Okay, hello again, everyone. Um, let's proceed now to the second subtopic of our report, then entitled Assessment Data Utilization and Dissemination. So I gathered information and I, in dip order number 55, series of 2016. I have choose I have chose three sections that are in line with our program or our course, which is Bachelor of Elementary Education. Okay, so those are section 2, section 3, and section 6. Okay, now let's go first with the section 2. Section 2, Early Language Literacy and Numeracy Assessment beginning school year 2016 and 2017. So, test result utilization. So assessment results should be utilized to determine if learners are meeting grade 3 learning standards. So if this assessment or test is utilized to determine if the grade 3 are hitting the learning standards, or are they getting the learning outcomes that learning standards wants to. Okay, then B is analyze patterns in language development. So in this time, so we need to analyze patterns in language development. So if the children's or the learners are developing language literacy or comprehension about it, then next is formulate evidence-based policies and plans for mother tongue-based multilingual education. You need to formulate evidences and create plans or policies for MTB MLE. Then the improve MTB MLE instructions. So we need to improve more our MTB MLE instructions. So in this assessment, we can assess ourselves. If we can if we can see here in the result if our instruction in MTBMLE are good or enough, or it is above expected. Okay, then E is identify teacher training needs. So we need to identify, so you can also assess what are the things that we need to as a teacher, we need to improve on giving instructions, or so on, or many others. Next is F, initiate and conduct research on MTB-MLE instruction practices and learning environment provisions that impact students' learning outcomes. So as a teacher, if we see a lot of or we see a lot of mistakes in our in our the way we instruct, we need to initiate and conduct research about it to improve more. What are the ways to improve instructional practices, the learning environment that can impact the students' learning, or that can give impact to the students' learning outcome. Okay, those are the things that test results utilization in the section number 2. Then in test data dissemination and reporting, so test results will be released not later than 3 months after the examination. So the test results here will be released not later than 3 months after the examination. So after the examination, not later than 3 months, the results are being released or disseminate. Next is the following data. the following data shall be released to the field offices through a report card. So our report card will be released or through um, to the our report card will be released to the field offices like national regional division performance profile by type of school. These are the things. Next is national regional division competency or skills profile by type of school. C, national regional division performance profile of learners with special needs. D, national regional division performance by school location. So those are the things that um, shall be released to the field offices through report cards. Then dissemination of test results shall be through different modalities. So we can also disseminate test result with different websites, DepEd issuance, media, print broadcast, educational forums, or or any courier that are near um, in our community. We can do that also. The test results can be disseminated in different 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 how do we say uh, pwede sa GNT, no? For example, pwede sa GNT, LBC, or anything else. Okay? Then the section 3, this section 3 is exit assessments. Beginning school year 2017-2018, then DepEd shall conduct exit assessments for grade 6, 10, and 12. So this, I include this because we have grade 6. It is also applied in grade 6, and grade 6 is a part of elementary education, right? Yes. Then the test results utilization. So the exit assessment results shall be utilized to determine if learners are meeting the learning standards. So like what I have said in the section 2, it is also like here to determine if learners are meeting the learning standards, from grade 1 to grade 6 until they this assessment is utilized to um, to what we call it, to determine if what are our learnings, if we are ready to proceed to the high school or junior high school. B, help provide information to improve instructional practices. So it's also help us to provide information to improve our instructional practices. C is assess or evaluate effectiveness and efficiency of education service delivery using learning outcomes as indicators. We can assess ourselves about it. Then D is provide empirical information as basis for curriculum, learning delivery, assessment and policy reviews, and policy formations. Those are the things, that the exit assessment results shall be utilized to. Now let's do now. It's only exit assessment also. No, exit assessment results also is not a requirement for graduation. So it is not a requirement for graduation. So it's just assessing if you meet the learning standards. If you meet the learning standards, okay. Then the test data dissemination and reporting. To maximize information dissemination, the following data shall be released to the field offices through a report card. So it is like this is also indicated in section 2, and they are almost the same. So NA, National Regional Division performance profile per learning area by type of school, national regional division competency or skills profile per learning area by type of school, um, national regional division performance profile of learners with special needs, national regional division performance by school location, national regional division performance by tracks in senior high school. So this is included in senior high school, so we don't need to discuss it thoroughly. So these are the tracks, in high school: the academic tracks, STEM, UMS, ABM, GAS. We have also technical vocational livelihood track, agri-fishery, home economics, industrial arts, ICT, and we have also our sports tracks, arts and design track, and other unique or special programs. And F, national regional division performance profile by alternative delivery mode. So these are the things that shall be the results shall be disseminated, through a report card. Shall be released in field offices through report card. Next is section 6. So I also included this because section 6, grade level placement assessment. So test results utilization. The Philippine Education Placement Test, PEPT, is nationally administered assessment for learners in special circumstances. So I know that we hear about PEPT, right? So it is common to us rather. So nakaka-common na nun kasi it have been introduced to us, in elementary and in high school days. It aims to fulfill following purposes. So this assessment or grade level placement assessment aims to fulfill following purposes. First is to establish the students submit learning standards for specific grade levels. So you need to establish if the students have meet the learning standards for a specific grade level. Next is to determine the appropriate grade level of learners in special circumstances in the formal school system. Then the third one is to assess competencies in academic areas gained through informal, non-formal means for entry or re-entry into formal school. 4 is to assess competencies in academic areas for entry or re-entry to formal schools. Those are the things that the test results utilize too, right? Do you get it? Oh, let's go back. So, the keyword here is to assess. It's just assessing the learning standards of the takers, or the examiners, not examiners, the examinees. Okay. So test data dissemination and reporting. The certificate of rating (COR) of examinees who took the test in November shall be released to division offices not later than 3 months after the date of examination. So not later than 3 months, the results of examinees who took the test will be released in division offices. So, okay, so those are the things para ma-disseminate to disseminate the test. Then, in reference to DepEd Order Number 49, Series 2013, the guidelines and the effectivity of the grade level placement of PPT qualifiers are as follows. The placement of PPT qualifiers who took the test during the field, office, walking, and special administrations shall take effect in the school or subsequent school year. So the special administration, mag-effect lang ang kanisa na test next school year, not the current year. Okay? So it will be effective ma-effect siya next school year, not this, um, not the current year that students have. Okay. B. Okay, the placement of PEPT qualifiers who took the test during the special administration and celebration of Philippine Independence Day shall take effect in the current school year when the test was administered. Now let's proceed to the another topic that we will going to discuss, the implementation and administration of assessment activities. Okay. In the section 2, early language literacy and numeracy assessment. Test administration. So our target are all grade 3 learners from the schools to be sampled will take the test, including those with special needs. So um, it um, the test that will be given to special needs are being provided, or you can see it in section 9. I will give you the reference. I will give you the reference so you can um, read if you want to those um, test or what is it, information, no, na dapat i-take or i-utilize sa person with special needs. Okay. Next is mode of administration. So, stratified random sampling procedure shall be used, presenting all types of schools and all mother tongue languages in the division and regions. It is so the sampling that we will going to do here is the stratified random sampling. Next is schedule of administration. So the test shall be administered to grateful learners 3 weeks after the first day of classes. So it will be administered to the grade 4 after the 3 weeks after the first day of classes. That is the schedule of administration. Now, number of examinees per testing room. So, there shall be maximum of 30 examinees per testing room. Then, examinees in a school must be alphabetically arranged, regardless of what gender he or she, no, regardless of the gender. Next is okay. Next is testing center requirements. So public schools shall serve as testing centers. So only public schools here will be the testing center. Then testing personnel. So testing personnel are those persons who facilitate this kind of test to ensure the smooth and proper administration of the test. Next is allocation, delivery, and retrieval of test materials. So the scheme in the allocation, delivery, and retrieval of test materials is presented in section 11. You can browse it. No, I will just give you the link after this. I will show you the link, okay, so that you can copy it. So in section 3, exit assessment, test administration. So target seals are all grade 6, 10, and 12 learners, including those with special needs from the schools to be sampled shall take the test. So including those have person with special needs, like what I have said, the test or the test or the assessment is presented in section 9. Next is mode of administration for grade 6 and 10. So, grade 6 and 10 have the same mode of administration. So stratified random sampling is also utilized, and procedure shall be used, representing all types of school in the district, division, and region. So stratified random sampling is also the mode of administration. or the procedure that shall be used. So it is the same with the section 2. Then schedule of administration for grade 6 and 10. The test shall be administered to grades 7 and learners 3 weeks after their first day of classes. Okay, after the 3 weeks after that first day of classes, the test shall be administered. Okay, then I did not um, I did not present here the grade 12 because it is out of our area or our program. Then number of examinees per testing room. So like the same in the section 2, there shall be maximum of 30 examinees per testing room. Then examinees must be alphabetically engaged, whatever gender it is. So the examinees must be alphabetically arranged. Next is testing center requirements. Public and private schools shall serve as testing centers. So in section 2, only public schools, but in this section 3, the exit assessment, public and private schools shall serve as testing centers about it. Then next is our testing personnel. So testing personnel, once again, these are the facilitators to ensure the smooth and proper administration of the test. And the next is the location, delivery, and retrieval of the test materials. So we can visit, or this allocation, delivery, and retrieval of test materials is presented in section 11. So I will just present, or you can just browse it. I will just give you the link of it. Section 6, grade level placement assessment. This section 6 about the grade level placement assessment, the implementation and administration of it will be discussed by Elgin Banding, and so please listen to it. So please listen to how this test is being administered. Okay, but before that, I will give you the references so that you can browse, like what I have said earlier. You can browse the wait. Okay, here is the references. If you want to to browse it, section 11 and section 9, the test that shall be administered or be conducted by a person with special needs, and those allocation, the delivery, okay, those test materials, you can it is presented in section 11. You can browse it. Then okay, that's all my report, and I hope you have understand my report.